Let's go on to the other big story this Tuesday evening. Banks are not supplying enough cash to rural areas to mitigate the demonetization impact. That's the word coming in from the Reserve Bank of India directly, which has observed that cash supply to rural India is not commensurate with the prevalent demand. A notification from the RBI today highlighted that the cash crunch in rural areas and have suggested ways to mitigate them. Ritu Singh has been tracking that story and she's here with details. Ritu, what advice has come in from the RBI for banks and what really can be done to bridge this demand-supply gap?
Well, first and very importantly, it is the RBI firstly acknowledging the fact that cash supply, at least to the rural areas, is very insufficient, and banks are unable to meet that demand. And therefore, it has gone ahead and issued this circular where it has directed banks to focus their energies now on the rural areas, telling them that 40% of all their fresh issuances, at least the banks that have currency chests, must be directed towards towards the rural areas. And therefore, to that effect, they've been asked to increase the supply of notes to branches of regional rural banks, commercial banks, post offices, white label ATMs and the like. They've also been told that there will be continuous monitoring of all these issuances. Their link offices will submit weekly reports on every Friday, in fact, and RBI's regional rural offices will then collect this data for a review. In fact, they've also been told to prioritize issuing the denominations of 500 and lower and not the higher 2,000 rupee notes. They've been asked to prioritize ATMs, especially those that are off-site and not just the on-site ATMs, and to increase supply of lower denomination notes to these ATMs.